We're getting straight into it today, Bears fam. I'm Dan Durkin, and this is the All-22 review. Even though the NFL hasn't released the All-22 footage for this game or any game, I think I have enough to break down the Bears' defensive breakdowns in Los Angeles as they dropped their season opener to the Rams 34-14. This game went exactly as I expected. The team with more talent and better coaches, who installed coherent game plans designed to attack and exploit the other team, won. I'll have more to say on these topics both on my channel and on the radio this week, but I'm keeping focused on the topic of today's video. What went wrong in the Bears secondary on the Rams' two deep touchdown passes? The first touchdown came on the Rams' first offensive possession of the game. From 11 personnel, they ran a two-man route combination from max protection. They hit Van Jefferson on a corner post route over the middle in which he split the safeties and completely turned Eddie Jackson around in the process. The Bears countered this with nickel personnel, which is 5 defensive backs, and a cover 2 shell. A cover 2 shell splits the top of the defense in half and has 5 underneath defenders covering the flat and middle hook areas. The play action fake off of outside zone allows the deeper route to materialize. Corner Jalen Johnson plays with outside leverage on Jefferson to funnel him back into the middle to where he has deep help. But Jackson takes the bait on the corner and gets turned around, and Stafford floats a beauty down the middle of the field. The concern for the Bears secondary was the cornerbacks in the preseason, and don't get me wrong, there's still a major issue for this team and a major question mark. But when you have 2 veteran safeties, one of whom in Jackson is playing under a $58.4 million contract and one of the highest paid in the league, not touching Jefferson down on this play is completely inexcusable. This was a great route, it was a great throw, but this was bad eyes by Jackson and zero awareness by both he and Gibson at the end of this play. On to the second play, which resulted in one of the most wide open receivers you'll ever see in a professional football game, considering none of the defensive backs fell down in coverage. Again, from 11 personnel, Sean McVay dials up a curl flat post concept. You can't see Robert Woods to the right side of the screen here, but the Rams have 3 receivers to the right of the formation and 2 to the left. They run curl flats from the number 1 and number 2. Keep in mind, number 1 is the wide receiver closest to the sideline. Number 2 is the next one in. Number 3 would be the next one in from there on both sides. And then he runs a post route from Cooper Kupp in the slot. The Bears respond with nickel coverage and play cover 6. Cover 6 is a combination of cover 2 to one side and cover 4 to the opposite. So that means one deep half is Gibson's responsibility, that's the cover 2 side, and the other is the cover 4 side, which is split between Eddie Jackson and Jalen Johnson. Now Stafford does a nice job here with his eyes and his shoulders to sell the curl flat to his left. This keeps Eddie Jackson in limbo as he's playing that curl route. But on the opposite side, Gibson is also influenced by the curl route in front of him. Nickel cornerback Marquise Christian, who was clearly the target for the Rams offense in this game, starts to carry Kupp on his vertical stem, but then passes him off to Gibson. Now, I don't know Sean Desai's exact rules for who carries a vertical from a 3x1 set, whether it's the nickel corner, in this case Marquise Christian, or the safety, in this case Tayshaun Gibson, but I can guarantee you he does not leave a vertical receiver unaccounted for. This was a great design, but this is a complete bust by the Bears secondary and really troubling to see. The fact that the Bears are already bringing in defensive backs for a tryout 1 week into the season is a problem. We knew they were talent poor, but this is a bad sign. Given the quarterbacks that they played this year, this could be a really long season in Chicago if this secondary doesn't get its rules figured out, because finding new talent in season, other than via a trade, isn't going to happen. So here's hoping that Sunday's game is a better performance. Again, I'm Dan Durkin. Thanks for tuning into the All-22 review. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, it's shameless self-promotion time. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help me out. And if you want to, you can also follow me on Twitter at DJ Durkin. I provide in-game, real-time analysis for all Bears games throughout the season. Please stay healthy and well. We'll see you guys soon.